Good morning reception and welcome to Tuesday's English lesson. So this week we're going to continue the story Lost and Found. I'm not going to read it though because I've read it twice already. You can watch it again, a different version on YouTube. Here's the link if you want to watch it again. But today we're going to be writing a sentence to go with an illustration. What is the illustration in the story? Can you tell your adult what the illustration is? You can pause the video while you're thinking. So the illustrations are the drawings. All the pictures that you see are the illustrations in the story. Can you see? Now, Oliver Jeffers is the person who wrote the story. So he is the author, but he's also the illustrator. He did both. He wrote the story and he drew the pictures, which is what some of you do sometimes, isn't it? You draw pictures and you write sentences to go with it. So we're going to move on to the next page. It says we're going to be looking at some of the illustrations and we will think of our own simple sentence to write to go with the illustration. But before you write a simple sentence, I would like you to explore your vocabulary. I would like you to think of a long sentence to go with each illustration. I know we're not ready to write full stories yet or really long sentences, but we can definitely talk it, can't we? So I know some of you are very chatty in school and at home, so explore new vocabulary. It's the best way to get better. So here we've got an illustration to the story and it says, what sentence could we write to go with this illustration? Again, pause me, talk to the person next to you, talk to your adult. Think of a really good sentence to go with this illustration. My sentence is probably not as good as your sentence, but it just says, the penguin knocked on the door. Can you say that? The penguin knocked on the door. I'm going to write that sentence because I think that's the one that we can write together, isn't it? Yeah, the penguin knocked on the door. So I will write the first word, the. I've got penguin here to help me because it's a strange spelling. If you want to sound out the word penguin, you can say, split it in half, pen, and then go. Remember, children, I'm showing you all the ways, the correct ways to spell. But if you sound out words, just do that for now. Unless your adult's with you showing you how to spell a word correctly, just sound it out. That would be absolutely fine with me. Penguin is up there. Knocked. Let's sound it out together. Knocked. So it's like knocked, isn't it? Knocked. And adults, if your children spell the word knocked, knocked, that is absolutely fine. I am going to show you the correct spelling. It's very strange. It begins with a k and a n. Now that's because in some words, a k and a n makes the word, the sound n. N, a, k. Oh, that's a bit messy, isn't it? N, a, k. Now with verbs, knock, jumped, hopped, skipped, it sounds like a t sometimes, but it ends in ed. The penguin knocked at. I know you can sound at out. At. The door. D-o-o-o. It's a strange spelling, that, isn't it? O, D-o-o, and full stop at the end. The penguin knocked at the door. Have you written your sentence? The penguin knocked at the door. So now you're going to go on to the next illustration. So here, the boy is packing. You think again, what sentence could we write to go with this illustration? We know he's packing his belongings, don't we? He's packing his bags to go somewhere. Can you remember where he's going? He's going to the South Pole. I have put the boy and the penguin packed everything they needed to go to the South Pole. So I've extended that sentence. I'm not going to write it. I would shorten it if I was going to write it. I would probably say the boy and the penguin went to the South Pole. Can you remember what was happening in this part of the story? The boy was trying to walk away. And what was the penguin doing? The boy was walking away and the penguin followed him. The penguin followed the boy. Everyone say that? The penguin followed the boy. I think we can write that one together, do you? I'm sure we can. So I've already written the penguin. The penguin. Followed is a very big word. So I'm going to split it up. Followed. Followed. O. And it just sounds like a d, but the suffix ed that we talked about before. Followed. The boy followed. Sorry, the penguin followed. The boy. Let's sound out by. B-I. We had it last week. There was a rule about it though. I am going to put it there with that spelling. It. Does that look correct to you? One of our rules for it is it never comes at the end of a word. So I'm going to take the I away. And we've not been introduced to this yet, the OY. It's a phase 5 digraph. So it's yeah. Full stop. The penguin followed the boy. Say it. The penguin followed the boy. Now, children and adults, I don't expect you to spell everything perfect. So please just work on sounding out words. So when you show me your work at the end of the day, it might not be spelt the way I've spelt it, but as long as it sounded out and you've chosen the correct spelling, the correct sound, that is good enough for me. That is how we are learning in reception. So the last one, I'm going to let you finish off on your own. What sentence could we write to go with this illustration? Pause the video again to think about your own sentence. The boy and the penguin, what are they doing? The boy and the penguin pushed the boat into the sea. Now here at the end, I would just like you to use this sheet. You don't have to upload it, download it. You don't have to print it out. You just can look at it on the screen, select one of the images and write a sentence to go with one of the illustrations. Just one. If you want to challenge yourself further and choose 2 or 3, that is absolutely up to you. I will put this on as a PDF if you would like to print it out, but you can just see it on the screen. I look forward to seeing all of your writing. Bye-bye for now, reception.